Hello and welcome back to Reality Benjamin's Big Brother podcast.
Your
We're back
camera's
for
off.
another thing, and I have, as always, Logan here. Hi, Logan. Say hi.
No.
Okay, moving on. We have two guests today. We have Chris and Bella. Say hi, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Although both of their names say Bella on the thing. So
Don't worry.
call them Bella and Bella. So, I guess we're gonna pick up. Logan and I have been off doing crap like for a week or so we haven't done anything since veto last week. So we're just gonna pick up. What am I doing? Pick up. We're gonna pick up at the live eviction.
Okay, guys, seriously, let's take this serious. This is a professional show, and we're trying to stay a
Okay,
professional.
Logan, you're gonna just start us off here.
I'm taking it serious. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty serious.
All right.
No.
Live eviction Thursday. What's going through everyone's heads?
Holy shit.
I know that was like the biggest blindside of the summer.
It was just
Yeah.
insane. I didn't know what to think.
I kind of liked Cody's exit interview actually.
But
He seemed like personable.
What?
Unlike he
What?
seemed like after he had given up in the house and just kind of accepted his fate, I liked him a lot more. He acted a lot nicer for the
Liked
most
him-
part, minus the veto meeting. But
Definitely what freaked me out was the first 3 people voted
oh,
Ramses. I'm like,
Christmas was. I think she was just high on medicine.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She's on drugs. She's
They
on
just
drugs.
had her pumped up on drugs at the hospital. Because
Yeah, I don't know what
if Christmas in her right mind would not have voted Ramses ever.
was
No.
something.
But the weird thing is, if you guys heard, Christmas on the feeds has been talking about the fact that she heard the second person before her vote, and she knows that she went third in the voting order, and
Mhm.
some technical glitch, she heard the person before her. So she's been asking around, and everyone's telling her that Kevin was the second person to vote. So she knows, and she's going around telling Paul that it was Kevin who was the other vote for Ramses. But
Oh
Paul
my
isn't
goodness.
convinced. He's convinced his
No.
Dom. That's what everyone thinks, really.
Well, the thing is, Kevin always does this. He always votes just the other way. And I
Based
think he
on
does it on
two-
purpose. He loves
Yeah.
to shake things up.
Been voting the opposite way of the house the whole game.
He always
Yeah.
does. And it's actually
I feel like he's just doing it to be entertaining. He doesn't even know the strategic value of him flipping. He's just
does he even
Yeah.
know the game?
he asked. Okay, people have claimed he
Maybe.
was just trying to act dumb, but he said, like, quote, "If I win the HOV, do I have to keep it or give it away?" Like, does that sound like someone who knows the game?
How many knows?
He didn't know who Cole was.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't.
he didn't know who Paul. I think
He
he
didn't know who
said
Nicole was.
Paul was.
Yeah.
It was just kind of sad. But in terms of the eviction, Cody going out, not a shocker at all, but it was entertaining to watch, I gotta say.
Yeah, it would have been really cool if it was just 11-0 to 0.
Yeah, that would have been good too. But Jessica she's loyal to the end. What
But,
makes
like-
me cringe the most is as he walked out, he said, "Jessica, will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Oh no.
just end me, please.
He answers in 3 seconds.
That was not okay.
Oh. And so, obviously, after that, HOH, that was a fun comp. I liked it.
It was.
I watched the last hour or so on feeds, and it got kind of intense. They went for a while, and after a bit, it was just Elena, Alex, and Jason left. And so with the three of them, they made a deal to keep each other safe, and Alex and Elena got Jason to jump. And basically after that, with the last two people, everyone that was out pressured them to come to some sort of agreement because they were all tired of waiting. So eventually Elena jumped and said, Alex told Elena that basically people that Elena wanted safe would be safe as well. So I guess that meant Mark, maybe. I don't know who else was it.
I've been hearing that Mark's name like is floating around, and people are kind of like about Mark.
No, so the Mark
Yeah.
talk, we'll get to that in a second, but that's more of a replacement nom thing, not target thing.
Yeah.
I
But
don't. No, I love Mark.
So-
Okay,
yeah,
I choose Mark. 100%. I love Mark.
so
100%.
Alex wins HOH, as we just discussed.
I'm not the biggest fan of Alex, I gotta say.
I
like
don't
Alex.
know. I feel weird about Alex because like I liked her at first a little bit when she was like hating on Cody because I was hating on Cody too, but she's not growing on me at all. That's
I know, then they usually do grow on me.
Yeah.
yeah,
but
it depends.
my brother.
But Alex is just kind of not there. But
But I mean, she can win comps pretty well.
she
Yeah,
can,
and that's the thing. It's like a very strong girl season.
which is
Yeah.
weird. I don't like it. People will hate me for it. I don't like the whole female comp beast thing. I mean, not to mean I don't like it.
LV2?
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it's like I don't see why people obsess so much. Like everyone's like, oh, it's the next Janelle or something. I'm like, they're just good at comps. Can we chill?
And the majority of them are. Like, even,
They are.
like, to the end of the HOH, it was almost all girls at that point, was it not? All the guys.
It was Dominique, Jessica, Elena, Alex, and then Jason.
I think Raven was up there for a little while, too.
She was the sixth person after the five I named.
That's, like, insane.
I
Like,
know.
the girls are really pulling their weight this
To be
season.
fair, that was a more small body type oriented.
Yeah, but yeah, true.
I
But
feel
mean,
like it might be a girl season. We haven't had one of those in a
I
while.
that happening, but for it to happen, I mean, this week everyone's kind of ganging up on Dominique, and then Paul having as much influence as he does. I can't see too much of that right now.
I feel like Paul completely flipped. Paul is gonna have to flip at one point with all those people with him. He's going. That's
I
gonna
mean, he's
suck.
definitely the favorite, but like, if they
Yeah.
were smart,
They're
like
not
Cody had the right idea. Cody had the right idea to get Paul out.
Dominique was the only one conscious enough to actually be willing to flip on Paul. The rest of them are just going to take him.
Cody, he had the right idea, not the right week to do so.
He got
Yeah.
fucked.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like he
was
went
fine.
for Paul so early.
He wasn't joking around. He straight up told Julie that he hated the twist and thought it was unfair. Like
Stop.
But I'm kind of tired of the vets. Like, I want to see fresh season. You know, new faces.
Like no season.
I don't think anyone really wanted a returnee.
But
Yeah.
Paul was a great. Like, if they had to pick one, Paul was a good choice.
No, I would disagree. I liked Paul's game in his season. I did. But if they're going to pick a returner, let's get someone who's
Like
going to shake things up. Paul obviously has shaken things up in these first weeks, but he's not going to make any giant strategic moves. His strategy and the way he plays isn't one that involves a lot of thought into long-term gameplay and like where he wants to go with certain things and certain people. I'd prefer maybe more of an Andy-like player, even if it's not Andy.
I was thinking Andy, but like I would actually really like it if they got Ian on again.
Yeah.
I don't think Ian's gonna come back.
I don't think, honestly, personally, I don't think Andy was a great player. I think he floated his way all the way to the end.
But he floated in a way that I appreciate, kind of.
Eli, stop.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Logan. If this, okay. Anyway, he floated in a way that was better than most floaters because he, number one, was conscious of the fact that he was floating, and while he was floating, he was orchestrating things around him, like almost like what Derek did.
And I think Derek had one of the best Big Brother games.
He did, for sure, but you can see a lot of parallels between that and the Indies game too. So I don't completely discredit the strategy of floating.
Derek was way different. Derek was.
Oh yeah.
He
was a great
bottom.
He was.
Once
Derek won competitions when he needed to.
Yeah,
he had best social game. He knew exactly what to say. Andy? No.
He did what he needed, and he knew when he needed to win, and he knew when he didn't.
Yeah, Andy, he kind of just let everyone else win a comp, gave his input here and there. I mean, he definitely didn't have a Derek game.
If they brought...
Okay.
I
wouldn't put him with Derek.
You could claim that Derek, in some ways, was able to float. He wasn't out there winning comp after comp and getting blood on his hands. He was laying low for the majority of the game, but while he was still pulling some strings, just like Andy in some ways was laying low, but also pulling some strings.
Ben, it's like you said, he was like Dr. Will floating.
Dr. Will floating is a whole different, because Dr. Will didn't pull some strings; he pulled all the strings.
Oh yeah.
And he definitely wasn't floating either. He was a clear target, even though no one would target him.
I want them to bring back a competition beast like Victor. I wish they brought back Victor.
Victor,
because comp beast, what? I guess Frank kind of lost it, but BB14 Frank was fun to watch in comps.
Oh
yeah.
Where else? So where did we leave off? Okay, so Alex wins HOH. Nominations seemed kind of up in the air, but there was a lot of controversy going down with Paul not liking Dominique now, almost hating Dominique, feeling like she was relaying information to some people, was trying to instigate things with the whole talk show deal, which, of course, if you saw the Thursday, the CBS had a pretty heavy edit on that. I feel like that, having watched that on feeds, I don't feel like that was the most accurate representation of what actually happened.
Yeah.
But after all of that, it seemed like Paul had a few problems with Dominique, and he was trying to influence Alex that Dominique was hurtful to her game as well. It reminded me kind of in the early weeks of Big Brother 17, the whole Aubrey situation. Where Davon, Jason, Clay, they end up all catching Aubrey going back and forth, telling other people different things. And when you get caught in between those people and they're both calling you out, there's kind of no way out. And it seems like there's a few instances where Dominique got caught doing that, and it seems to have gotten back to her rather quickly.
I hope that if Cody gets back into the house, which I hope he actually doesn't get back into the house, but if he does, then I hope that it does not last long. I hope it doesn't last long at all, and I hope that him lying to all those people that he did before he went out, I hope that comes back on him.
I don't know. Cody spices up the game a little bit. I wouldn't be too upset if he came out.
I mean, I would enjoy that. Because he would, in that case, have an opportunity to play some comps to save himself. He could end up being an underdog in a way where he has to keep winning and winning. And from what we've seen him do in comps, the limited number that he's gotten to play, he has the potential to do that. And it's very entertaining to see that too.
Although, I definitely want to see Cameron come back.
I do too.
Yes.
Cameron's my pick. Problem is, Cameron has to win like all 4 of his duels or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Wait, how many?
Come back.
No, he would have to play. He would have to win.
He'd have to beat Jillian. He'd have to beat Cameron, and he would theoretically have to beat Dominique then. So he'd have to win 3, not.
Well, yeah, anybody would have to win 3.
Jillian beat Cody, then
Wait.
beat
No.
theoretically Dominique. So
Only Cameron would have to win 3.
And then Jillian would have to win 2. Wait, no, I'm doing this wrong.
Cody would have to win 2.
Dominique,
Cameron and Julian would have to win 3. Cameron and Julian would have to win 3.
Yes, they would. You're right. My bad there.
And then
Cameron,
theoretically, Dominique would have to win 1.
Dominique, whoever goes out this week will have to win 1. So back to this week, because Dominique is still a kind of an if. I guess Paul's in Alex's ear. A lot of the house is in Alex's ear, and they're all wanting to see Dominique up on the block or as a target in some way. And Alex ends up nominating Dominique and Jessica. I don't know if it's a personal issue between Alex and Jessica, or if that's just kind of she was the second target, the alternative, just because she was inherently not in a good spot after Cody left. I'm not sure what gave Alex that motivation, but Jessica was up there next to them. There seemed before the veto to be a continuation of the anti-Dominique rumors, talk spreading through the house. And at this point, it seems to be a consensus for the most part. But at the veto comp, Jason won. I don't know who picked Jason, if he was a house guest choice, what happened. I haven't looked through the picking players yet. But Jason was there, he won, and it looks like he's going to use the veto on Jessica, although that's been called into question a little bit. Do you guys think he's going to use it or not?
I hope Jessica goes out and redeems herself in this game, because I feel like with Cody, that definitely dragged her down.
Ooh, we likely see a Cody versus Jessica battle.
Jessica goes out and she beats Cody.
Yeah,
I'd like to
see
Cody. That would be amazing.
Good.
But like,
that would be
I feel like you know how they don't kick a dog while down, or like that you know that's exactly what they're doing to Jessica.
But I feel like I hope Jessica's not the best. I mean, she's okay, but I hope that they take her in like her time of weakness and say, "Hey, we'll keep you in the game, but you need to be on our side. You need to vote our way."
I think Alex and Jason both are probably taking major advantage of that and trying to say, listen, inherently after Cody's eviction, you were in a bad spot. You could have been an easy target.
Oh, yes. They can.
And so the fact that you're not going out this week, you should be thankful for it, and we want your assistance moving forward.
Yeah. They can, like, control her, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly. Control her the entire game.
Jessica's not the biggest target.
Yeah. So when it comes to replacement noms, there's been a lot of talk, but one of the names thrown out, as someone mentioned earlier, was Mark, to sit next to Dominique, assuming he goes to Jessica. I don't know about that move. It seems interesting. He is just likely going to be up there as a pawn, but I'm not sure why Mark would be Alex's pick.
I feel like Mark. Is starting.
I mean, she had to deal with Elena. I don't exactly understand why.
Yeah, see, I thought Mark might have been included in the Elena deal based on the language she was using before she dropped. It was suggestive of the fact that Elena's allies would also be safe, which I can't see. I get the idea, the perspective that being a pawn isn't necessarily putting Mark in jeopardy if there's a good consensus to take out Dominique, but like putting him up at all after that deal was made seems kind of iffy.
I definitely think Mark is the pawn, but Alex is a big Big Brother fan. She knows pawns can always
Yeah.
They
always have a chance of going home.
And she knows that. I think she's going to use that to her advantage.
Yeah.
Mark is whole, like, with him standing up for, like, seeing that Cody thing where he started, like, trying to start stuff, and he saw that, and he brought it up in the middle. Yeah, he freaked out.
Yeah.
That's building him up. I think that's definitely going to...
That got edited heavy, though. Like, on the feeds, he was freaking out a lot worse than they showed, even. Because he was pissed. Even afterwards, he went around asking, like, so were you who Cody was talking about? Like, he wanted some answers, which is understandable because Cody's comment in some way might have implied that Mark was in on those decisions, which would not have been good for his game if that was accepted.
Because at the beginning, he was talking about Mark and Matt being his allies, and he thought that they were going to be all throughs, like how they had an instant connection, and like that was just nothing going to break. But obviously that broke. But
I think a lot of the house guests could see that vibe between them two and Matt, all three, and that's why Mark was worried that Cody was saying those things.
Cody was trying to bring out Mark.
Yeah, to help Jessica's game. But he was trying to put the attention on other people.
A lot of people ended up, at least temporarily, pinning that on Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when he refused to give out names, that in a lot of ways implied to people that he wanted to protect Jessica.
Yeah.
But
so then they got mad at Jessica for it.
But Mark took it as Cody making an attack on him.
Yeah. On him and Matt. Which honestly, I feel like I
don't disagree with. I think Mark was. I think that he was trying to save Jessica and attack somebody else in the making.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was actually a smart move for Mark to like somewhat like go off on Cody, because like he had to let them know somehow that like he had nothing to do with like Cody trying to put up Paul. Like he had to let them know somehow he was not in on any of it. So
yeah,
I feel like Paul had a big say. Like, when he was talking to Alex, I feel like he kind of put in her ear that Mark should go up. If they take off, I definitely think Jessica is going to come off. And I definitely think Mark's going up.
Jason and Jessica are fairly close. I don't know specifically how close they are, but at the end of the day, I think he feels some, at least debt or possibly pity towards her. But whatever it is, he feels obligated to take her off. It might even be pressure from the rest of the house. But whatever that is, he feels obligated to take her off, and he's planning to. And so in terms of replacements, I think Paul definitely did have a voice in that. It's kind of up in the air how much he influenced it. Because we know he talked to Alex a lot about this, but at the end of the day, we don't really know whether those talks with Paul were what drove Alex to make her nominations.
Yeah, I don't feel like Mark deserves to be up.
He's had somewhat of a very sneaky game though, and if they were smart, they'd try to get rid of Mark.
I think that
I don't know.
I think that
I feel like Dominic is a threat, but from their perspective, Mark is a bigger threat.
I forgot Dominique was even in the house until the talk show. I forgot she was in the house.
It's because of screen time. I mean, if you watch on feeds, it's entertaining to see her gameplay, the way she'll just talk to people. Her social game's really good. And so watching her on feeds is kind of fun for that reason, because you get to constantly see her gameplay because so many of her social conversations tie into the game. But the problem is those aren't the big exciting conversations, the fights, the straight-up strategy talk that CBS includes in the episodes. So she's gotten maybe 5 DRs this whole season, and very little screen time as a whole.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I know she has a social game.
So
I think she's
win a comp, get some blood on your hands, do something.
She doesn't want this early, which is understandable.
I put her in a possible final third. like a final 3.
I can't see her making final 3 at this point, even if she can somehow survive this week.
That was like over a week ago, so.
Usually, I'm pretty good. Like, not to toot my own horn, but ever since about season 11 or 12, I was either super close or on the money about who wins Big Brother. This season is like.
So what were your predictions that were super close?
Either they got super, super close to the end, like third place, or they won.
Wait, specifically who? Walk us through.
Season 11, Jordan.
Okay.
Season 12, I was wrong.
Who'd you say?
No, kidding. Yeah, season 12, I was wrong.
Who'd you say?
I don't remember who I said. It wasn't. I'm trying
13?
14.
Wait, 13. What was that?
13. I don't even remember 13.
Okay.
It was a bit of a haze.
13 was kind of irrelevant and sad because
Was that Rachel?
that was when Danielle Donato.
Yeah,
that was Rachel. That one I got right.
Yeah.
Oh, Danielle Donato had like some like I don't understand why.
The vets in 13 had so much potential. Danielle.
But like she blew it up by going for Rachel so early.
I know, but Rachel went on to win that season. 14.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Ian. I was right about Ian.
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
15. I didn't want to say Andy, but I felt like it was Andy.
15. I only started watching at 17, but before I started after I watched, I went back and not knowing the winner for 15. I thought it was gonna be Nick. I screwed that one up so bad.
16. From the first episode, I knew it was Derek. 17, first episode, I knew it was Steve. 18.
I had Vanessa winning 17 the whole way.
I didn't like her.
I had Steve winning it.
I mean, you knew he was like the nerdy type, but I thought Vanessa had potential too. Obviously, she let her emotions get the best of her for a long time.
But like, she somewhat used her emotions though to help her.
Yeah.
Although she probably could have done a little better if she just tried to not have any emotions and like not cry as much. But like,
couldn't help it. Her and Tiffany both. Emotions.
She made something of it though. She didn't. It wasn't like just complete death to her. Like.
No, I didn't like Vanessa. I mean, I liked Vanessa's gameplay to an extent, but personally, I hated her. Like
you really liked her strategic game, aren't you?
She was just like a meh. She was a meh person. She was eh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I couldn't root for anybody season 17. I couldn't root for anybody.
I got behind Johnny Mac just because I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Because that was my first season. I was super casual, and so I liked all the people that CBS wanted me to like James and Johnny Mac.
Yeah.
Jamesy.
No, not Jamesy's.
I love Jamesy.
I'm more woke now than that. See, back in 17, I was like, oh yeah, James, the country Asian hillbilly dude.
Yeah.
Married and has a kid.
Okay, you gotta hand it to him. He actually, like, his social game, he can make it pretty far with his social game.
No, he didn't go anywhere with his social game. I'm gonna be honest with you. No.
Final 3, that's something.
Oh, come on. If we're gonna give credit to people for making final 3, like, let's go ahead. Victoria credit.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Victoria, these are like Logan. If you're giving people credit for the where they placed, that's like giving James and Victoria the same amount of credit as Vanessa strategically. Can you justify that, Logan?
Yeah, that's true. Well, Victoria was planned. Victoria was planned the whole way, and you know that. Like, you can't say that Victoria wasn't like just there. She wasn't there based on skill. She was there because she didn't have skill. That was the whole.
That was the point. That was her.
True, boys.
It would be one thing if she was consciously like, I'm going to convince these people that I have no skill and that I'm the perfect one to take to Final Two because I'll get second every time. But instead she was like, yeah, I'm the best player ever and I'm here to win and you can tell they're all taking me because I'm the best.
Yeah,
Oh.
Anyways,
that was dumb.
My point is that every season from the beginning, I had an idea. This season, I don't even have a clue. I'm thinking
because CBS is so blatantly like throwing all these twists and temptations. Like,
I'm thinking Paul, but I'm not sure.
Okay, one thing we haven't discussed, it's likely that Dominique might win the temptation this week. Okay, wait, no, I take that back. I forgot that she has a terrible edit and that casuals make up 90% of the voter base. So never mind, Dominique will not win the temptation.
I'm getting Jessica vibes.
Jessica will win because the casuals feel bad for her and they have all the power.
That or Elena and or Mark.
Elena and Mark won't win. They don't get enough screen time. Who would win? They'd give it to Paul or Christmas if they could. Who else gets a really good edit? Elena has a lot of screen time, really. Kevin, they're gonna give it to Kevin.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think Elena have it.
That would be so funny though if Kevin midway through the live eviction stood up and he's like, "Yeah, I think I have some power to do something here."
I got the mojos.
Yeah, I have the power of mojo.
How many mojos? 7 mojos.
Oh, I would love that. Like,
He's I'd like to halt this power of POV ceremony. No, this power of HOV ceremony.
With this power, I can send one person out the door right now.
Yeah. What if CBS just pulled Kevin into the diary room? They're like, "Man, we like you. Here's just a coup d'etat. Have fun with it."
I love Kevin. Yeah. Kevin's so funny. He lightens the show, and he's so nice.
I know.
He's playing.
I know.
If you watch feeds, he's just like nice.
He's playing everybody.
He's an old guy.
He's being very nice.
He's doing
Like, I swear, if the time comes in Final 3, if he's with if he wins Final HOH and he's with
Christmas and Raven. How about that? Those are your people, because I know where you're going.
I guarantee you, he won't be afraid to take Raven.
Although Raven's just going to win because the jury's sympathetic. And they're like, honestly, at this point, I don't see a scenario where Raven doesn't win. Because literally almost everyone in the house has said they'll sacrifice their own games so that Raven can go further. Like, how does Raven not win this season?
Raven?
I like the show.
I mean,
I like the show.
Does Matt
and Ray?
Well, but Matt.
With her disease, though, she keeps going around and she's like, "Man, my equipment's gonna cost $500,000 or more to buy."
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's saying they're gonna sacrifice their own game to make sure that Raven gets to the finals and wins. So at this point, how does she not win if everyone's at that conclusion?
They're not going to do that. There's no way that people are going to sacrifice their game for that.
Watch the live feeds.
People have seemed adamant. There might be a Raven versus the opposition showdown.
No, but
I think if you guys want to give Raven the money so bad, then why don't you guys just
everyone walk out?
Everybody just self-evict. Why are you even here? Just go home and give her the money.
I don't see why people don't self-evict more. Here's the deal. If I'm on the block and
what?
I'm next to some.
What? That makes no sense.
Hold up, I'm getting.
Why people don't self-evict more?
I'm making a point. Here's the deal. If you're on the block with someone and you're like, I'd rather them stay with me. If you're Clay and you're like, oh, Shelly, no, don't vote out Shelly.
Oh, You're right, actually. So then he'll have to.
Then
So
I'll
then
play if you really
play
believe that.
have to get a replacement, and the
They
person.
call in like Johnny Mac to vote. And you're like, actually, Julie, I'm just gonna walk out this door. If you really believe that you'd rather have Shelly stay, if you're Dick and Danielle, and then Dick's like, no, I can't do this, then he should just walk out the door. If you're, etc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why do people not do that? Because I'm always lost. They're always like, no, vote for me. I want to go. I love this person too much.
Exactly.
And I'm like, just walk out. What's your deal?
Yeah, then walk out and don't have a sacrifice for the other person because you're either going to go home or they're going to go home. Well, if there's a chance for somebody else to go home and you to go home, that's better than both, than just one of you.
And I also don't see why people with Will's whole, like, in season 7 when Will goes off with his veto speech and he's like, I want to be eliminated from this game. Take me out of
reverse psychology.
No, I know, but they should have all just been like, okay, if you really want to be eliminated, then walk out those doors. Like, I don't see why self-eviction isn't considered more in gameplay. Like, to be honest.
I think
because there's scenarios where it's kind of relevant.
Megan didn't. Well, if there was a battle back, and then you couldn't compete.
Megan's not competing though.
Megan can't compete.
She's not sequestered, and she's not coming back. Like, she wouldn't want to. She shouldn't have to, etc.
Isn't she like not mentally stable or something?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, she had PTSD.
Yeah.
So she was in the army or whatever, right?
No.
Or
something like that.
I think she was in the Air Force.
It was the Marines, the Navy, the something like that.
I heard something with like boys.
I'm pretty sure she was like a Coast Guard or like something with naval fleets or something.
She was a intense interrogator or something.
Let's just go with military.
Yeah. She was an intense interrogator, and like she was like, I'm gonna stay tough throughout the whole game. I'm gonna stay strong. Like,
okay,
I'm not sure.
You said her PTSD that was triggered was from sexual assault. So let's have some sympathy.
What's up with that? How did that sucks?
Yeah.
She did serve in the Navy, but when you're sexually assaulted, it gives you PTSD when you have guys swarming you, surrounding you, yelling.
Yeah, like freaking Josh. Like, I know what you're doing. You're coming out. Josh is
Snake.
Wait, if we can quickly pause on the serious matter. During Josh's veto speech, I swear he sounded like some sort of rapper at the end. He's like, "You're irrelevant. You're gonna hop your ass out of here." Like,
honestly, I don't like Josh, but I don't hate him.
I know. Like, he's really not that
bad. He wants
bad.
meatballs. It's your last supper.
I know you want meatballs.
Who wants meatballs for lunch? Oh, you do.
Okay, can someone explain the meatballs thing to me? Because I don't know. I don't
get it.
I'm just going to look it up on Urban Dictionary. I don't know if it's a Josh thing, like an Big Brother
I'm pretty sure
joke, or if it's an actual thing that people say.
I think it's
Does anyone know?
Okay, now this isn't related to anything, but does anybody know how the DR works exactly?
I do. There's actually leaked videos on YouTube. And so you'll come in, and they have different people. There's multiple employees that work and do the DR. But when you're in there, they'll like ask you like, so can you talk about the veto ceremony or something? And they're like, how about your reaction to this? And they're like, you felt like this, didn't you? And then you're like, oh yeah. And so you say that, and then they're like, could you maybe phrase it like this? And
listen, when I go on that DR, I'm doing a one-time ticket.
No.
I'm watching your story.
A meatball, a fat narcissist, especially one prone to deception and theft.
Wow.
Jordan, over 8, grew man boobs, went broke, then doctored bills to steal money from his own housemates. God, what a meatball.
If that isn't Cody, I don't know what is.
Yeah, so it sounds like that's what Josh was referring to, possibly.
Yeah, Cody, geez. You're the biggest meatball ever, Cody.
Well, that's part of my vocabulary.
Not meant it in that way, but
What meatball?
that's good
I
too.
feel like Josh is the real meatball after reading that, honestly.
Listen,
I think he was trying not to use it.
Josh is the real meatball.
Hashtag Josh is the real meatball. Can we get that?
The real meatball for doing that. Yeah.
But I think it was some sort of Italian thing or something, because he was like, you want some meatballs and you're going to have linguine for dinner. It's your last supper.
I think that talking is very to a minimum on live TV.
Yeah, that was just a quite interesting one.
Yeah, I don't
know. I feel bad that you guys have to listen to my question.
I would not. I don't think I'd be able to last in that house, dude.
If I was in that house, here's what I'm going to pull a full-on Audrey, and I'm going to get blankets, and I'm just going to go into the DR and ask production if I can just sleep there all day. And I'm going to come out of my cocoon for the veto comp each week.
Hell no.
Every time I'm going to be nominated, and I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to win the veto. So I win the veto, and I get back to the DR. And I'm safe.
I'm pretty sure that's not that easy.
You know my ass is going that DR. I'm ranting, I'm talking shit back, left and right, back and forth. Like, I'm talking shit. No mercy. I'm the entertainment.
I don't know what it is, but as soon as Bella enters the DR, it's like chugging energy drinks.
I feel like Bella and me are gonna be on the same BB season.
Bella and I.
Bella and me. No, I think Bella and me is correct.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
definitely.
It would be I and Bella, but it's like you put the other person before you, so it's Bella and me.
No, it's not.
Bella and I.
Bella and me.
Okay, you know, it's only we're getting distracted. But anyway, it's only me if it's like after the verb.
Bella and I are going to be on the same BB season, and nobody's gonna know, but we are going to be backdooring people left and right.
We're gonna showmans.
I know, our couple.
Yeah, showmans. We're going to be the best showmans out.
Umbrella?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's ugly.
No, that's a terrible one.
You sound like a fish.
Or this. This.
Please get your ass down
I'm
here.
trying to emphasize the like H bitch.
What about we do last names?
Oh yeah, we could do
Last names. What's your last?
Loda.
Moda.
Moda
It would
and
be
Loda?
or
Layla.
Oh.
Loda.
Loda.
Meva. Meva. We're Meva.
Lova.
We're Lova or Meta or Meva.
Lova Meta.
Wait, it could be like
Lova Meta Bredja.
And me and Bella are gonna keep our relationship low key in the house.
So you think production is going to allow you two to come in having already known each other?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
it'll be a twist.
if they can convince production to rig it for them, then yeah. But
Yeah.
You just have to be Armenian and have a beer.
easy time.
They won't know. They won't know.
Well, yeah, we won't tell them.
I will expose you guys.
No, you're gonna not make us go on.
You're gonna vote me. Listen, if I don't win that game, if I don't bring home the $500,000 to mom, I'm bringing home the $25,000 to my little brother. For America's favorite player.
Just do
Babe.
because then you
I
get
am going
rewarded
to win.
for
Okay.
being entertaining.
That's how it goes. The girl just gives up after final 3. Okay, that's what happens.
Yeah. Babe, we're gonna go to final 2, and then I'm gonna win. Okay?
No, you give up after final 3, and I win against Victoria.
They bring back Victoria exclusively for the
Yeah,
purpose
exactly. Just
Listen.
No, Chris wins final HOH and cuts Bella.
It's like Chris is rigging for production, and it's final 2, and it's Chris and Bella, and he's like, "Hey, guys, would you guys mind throwing Victoria in the house so I can evict Bella?"
Listen, I'm not going in that house to lose. If I wanted to lose, I wouldn't even go in the house. I go in the house, I'm going home.
Nobody wants to lose Bella.
Come here.
But it still happens.
You could ask Marcellus that question. And I don't
What?
Do you think that Cody walked in and he was like, you know what, guys? I think I'm probably gonna lose, but it's okay. I'm just gonna play anyway.
Marcellus walked in the house. And
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go to jury in that same Big Brother game, and I'm gonna vote for Chris in final 2 because
Yes.
Bella's showing too much confidence.
How do you guys arrange this whole planning out the same year in production, not realizing that you guys know each other, kind of thing?
They'll never know.
Okay.
That's gonna happen.
Well,
It's gonna
back
happen.
on to this week's Big Brother episode, if I may.
No,
Or
we're
this-
gonna walk in. We're gonna walk in and we're gonna be like,
Hand
I'm
in
gonna be
hand.
like, oh my god, hi Bella, like.
Oh my God, Bella, it's you. This is some sort of twist. Oh my
God, nice to meet you.
Oh yeah.
What's your name?
No, you gotta fake it. You're like, nice to meet you.
Oh. I really want my dad to be like. I really want my dad to be like the stereotypical old guy, and then my brother and me could be in the same season.
That'd be
Brother and I. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the weirdest twist ever? It would be a brother and father twist.
Brother and I.
What if they did?
Oh, you just fell.
What if they took like the 19 kids and counting family and they put them all in the Big Brother house?
I want a team Big Brother. I want a team Big Brother.
I am a genius.
I care about my parents. I want a team Big Brother.
I want Team Big Brother.
Team Big Brother.
Family Big Brother would be good.
Yes,
Big
like you
Brother
go in
would-
pairs.
4
I would-
families
I would
four.
turn on my
How about that?
brother right away.
Listen, it would be Jim Bob, Michelle, and then Josh, Jana, John David, Jill, Jessa, Ginger, Joseph, Josiah, Joanna, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, and Josie.
Who is that? You know them? Who are you referring to with those names? That all
Big Brother 20,
Big Brother 20. Is that your family or something?
19 Kids and Counting,
Oh my.
Jim Bob, Michelle, Josh.
Jim Bob.
If I were to cast an all-star seasons of Big Brother, I would
Dylan.
throw Judd in there.
I would throw my
They
boy
should
Zach.
have. No,
Zach
ready? They
Zach.
should, you know how
My
Hunger
boy
Games had
Dylan.
like the quarter quell.
If Nick wasn't on there, I would like him myself.
You know how Hunger Games had like a quarter quell where they just took all the winners and put them
Yes.
in.
We should.
Oh,
do
you're
that.
right, actually.
Oh my gosh, we should pitch that to CBS.
Let's do it. Let's add him in the call
Yeah,
right now.
That's Dan in the middle of the night. They're just like, yeah. So you gotta play.
Shannon, the call.
You guys gotta do this.
Nicole,
Don't worry, I got her email.
Nicole makes all stars. Janelle doesn't.
Yeah.
No, my
But
boy
the
Zach.
question is, would Janelle play again? Does Janelle want to play again?
How old is Janelle now?
I
Like,
feel like anyone after season 14 or before 14, they're not gonna put in.
That'd be so cool. Imagine watching like all the
Bet.
like.
I bet this
Imagine watching
come
like
back
season 1 people
from
like.
first season.
No. What they need to do,
I bet Jordan would play again.
they need to take the winners from season 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth.
No, not one. Let's exclude one.
All right, so do from
Yeah.
season 3 on,
Three.
and then make that your big brother. This is my baby.
They need to throw Danielle Reyes in there too because she was robbed. So
Wait, no,
They need to
you're
throw in
forgetting about
Paul
Dr.
again.
Will.
well,
Because you said
Will's
Dr. Will. You said the winners from season 3 and Dawn. He was season 2.
She included 3, I think.
No, but Dr. Will was season 2. That's
She
when he
said
won.
she included 2.
Oh.
Oh my.
Fake fan.
I can hear you screaming.
Oh yeah, Logan and I are in rooms adjoining to each other. So interesting.
I feel like I don't know how the veto thing works. Like, no, I don't know how the nomination ceremony works because how do they know? Because last nomination, they just like people walked in and like they didn't call their names or anything. Is it like the Big Brother guy who just says like Jessica, go to the DR and vote?
In what?
Do we see this?
What?
Jeez.
Yeah.
How long has this been?
Oh, yes.
How long have we been live?
About an hour.
What's the deal with the what are you saying, Chris?
We got so off topic.
Well, yes, but just I need to hear what he said.
No, for the nomination ceremonies, like, is there any like leaked footage of them having like the whole nomination? Because Julie doesn't call every single one out.
For what? In
They
what
get
nomination?
I think they get in order beforehand.
When they not when they put up the noms, but when they vote.
Go to vote to evict. How do they know the order? I think they pick it beforehand.
Yeah, that Julie or production picks it to make it entertaining, like how they had Jessica, Kevin, and Christmas vote first because they expected all of them to vote Ramses. And that should have been, that's kind of the issue though, because everyone knows they want to make it entertaining.
Yeah.
And so based on the order, they could pick up on the fact that Kevin was planning to vote Ramses, which is like kind of iffy on production.
Yeah. Exactly. Like why?
Okay.
Wouldn't that give away a big part of it? You know.
If we're gonna talk real quick, if they were to do Big Brother All Stars, I would hope they brought back the key wheel, because that was like classic. I feel it just hurts me that it's not there anymore.
I don't think they could do another All-Star season because like
get enough good people. They have to throw like James in as an all-star.
Zach ran.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're gonna have to do people that aren't actually good.
My boy Zach attack. My boy Zach attack.
No, Zach doesn't deserve to be on All Stars.
Like Derek.
Eric.
But like Dan said he'll never play again, right?
Dan's been doing that.
Dan said he's never gonna
play.
Yeah, exactly. Like Derek. Who else? Like, can't you even consider Paul an all-star?
No, Paul's not an all-star.
Yeah.
Are we gonna let him
Say
play?
hello. Say hello.
Like you can't. Like they would have.
Ian, that's kind of up in the air.
I would put up Ian and all-star, and like if there's another all-star season, I would.
Ian play again.
But like, I think he would play again because he was young.
He is young.
Time to wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so back to this week. What were we on? We got so lost. Okay. So basically, yeah, veto ceremony should go as follows. Jason used the veto on Jessica. Mark goes up in Jessica's place. It's Mark and Dominique, and the votes look to be almost unanimous to take out Dominique. This is pretty solidified at this point. Things have started to fall into place. I mean, I can't see too much flipping at this point. Logan,
Yeah.
you in the game room? Where?
No, Eli's room because I have to sleep in it.
Okay. So, anyone else have thoughts on this week? Anything?
Hopefully Dominique gets lucky.
True that.
Who do you guys think is going to get the
I don't want
temptation?
Kevin.
I think Kevin's going to get it too.
I think
Because
it's
based on
Elena.
who they've had so far, Paul, of course, was obvious number 1. Christmas number 2. Based on screen time, likability, and appeal to casuals, I'm going to give it to Kevin. That's my prediction for sure.
I would say, I'm gonna say Kevin or Elena.
Yeah, that it could be Elena too. I can't see Dominique getting it. If Kevin were to receive it, do you think that he would save Dominique from being evicted?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
Wait, well,
I
probably.
don't know. What
Well,
is Kevin and
I'm not
Dominique's
sure.
relationship? I mean, they seem to get it along like at least mildly well because they did the whole talk show thing. But I don't know if they actually have a good strategic relationship together. And Kevin doesn't want to piss off the rest of the house. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin. I kind of like how he's playing. I really do like how he's playing because he did take that 25,000 thing and bring in Paul.
Yeah. Like, he's already secured 25K.
Yeah, like he already got
Bella, are
25K.
you
Like,
playing with your cat in the back?
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't see.
yeah, Bella's playing with her kid.
I can only see Chris's camera.
Well, that's your fault, Logan. Get a better tablet. Oh, wait, that's mine. Okay.
You can only see what?
He can only see your camera for some reason. I don't even know.
Does anybody have any DR entries?
I'll enter DR. So I'm doing this podcast, right? And I see nope, I give up already. That kind of started like a chill town. DR.
Bring, bring, bring.
Hello.
Ben? The
Yeah.
craziest thing.
Hi, who is this?
No, the craziest thing just happened.
Yeah, what?
Chris wanted to join the live stream, and you said yes. Sorry, babe, I love you.
Oh my.
I'm sure.
Don't give me that. That's my line.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Since I'm
I'm entering the diary room. Bella's going to the diary room.
Just
Are you gonna go
I know
rap
this
or-
is everybody's favorite part of their day. Ready?
I honestly need to do a season that I host where I do diary rooms because that would be so entertaining.
That'd be amazing.
I started off doing them this season, but it's too much work to edit. If I'm gonna do it, I have to make it a lot slower paced. Anyway, we're way off topic. So, closing out this podcast, what am I gonna say? Okay, so basically it looks like Dom will likely be going. My favorite's Kevin to get the temptation. It's still kind of up in the air. That's about it for this week. We'll have more coming soon. I think the ceremony will be tomorrow, and then obviously live vote and eviction Thursday. Battle back coming up as well. Things are looking entertaining for us Big Brother fans. And so, quickly let me give out my handle. I am on Instagram at reality.benjamin. Anyone else want to reveal their account in case anyone wants to contact them?
Follow me on Insta at Bella Lava. I post pictures of Toby and I daily. We love the fans. Oh.
What happened with their cat?
He just like jumped. Because I guess I was holding his neck. He went.
Hit me up.
Yeah, so follow me at Bella Lava. I'm single and ready to go. I'm
What?
Just kidding, babe.
Wait,
I'm just kidding.
single? That's
Logan. Logan's like, yeah, Bella and Chris are actually.
no, I know.
Babe, I'm kidding.
You can follow Logan on Instagram at
Logan.lim.
at logan.lem. Pretty
Lem.
straightforward. That's kind of sad, but change your username. Figure it out. Okay, Chris, are you open to the
Babe, don't be mad.
Emo to 51. Hit me.
He's not single.
Chris accepts nudes at 24 hours of the day.
Excuse me. He's not single.
No, he's not single.
I'm very single.
He's
I'm
not single. He's not.
Very single and very gay. Okay.
He's not single.
I'm not gay.
He's not single.
He's all of these.
Toby, can you say goodbye to everyone?
Bella.
Okay.
Is Toby your cat?
Bye,
Yes.
Toby.
Bella, would your cat like to give us his handle?
Go follow Bella Leva.
Okay. It's pretty straightforward. All right. Thank you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Have another update video coming soon. Bye.